We are at, well, just above Hawne Basin, near the Burton Bridge in Halesowen.
We stayed here overnight after our long wet cruise yesterday, and oh my goodness, a good job we stopped because it just poured with rain all night.
And all this morning until about 9 o'clock.
And we're by this massive industrial estate, so it's not the prettiest location, but it's absolutely fine.
And it's nice and sunny this morning, which is a surprise, but you know.
But due to rain by the end of the day.
Yeah, so by the end of the day we need to be, well, basically up about halfway towards Stourbridge. So we want to get to the top of the first flight of locks. Delph locks, that's it. Top of the Delph locks.
I think we've got one lock to do before that, near the Dudley Tunnel.
Yeah, and we need to stop at the Dudley area to look at the...
So just walk up there and see the other end of the tunnel that we couldn't come through. And the reason we're having, well, it's like 9:30 now, and we've been going at 8 the last few days. But the reason we're having a late start is because we're going to try and get some diesel from Hawne Basin. We couldn't get in last night because it was so windy and it's quite a difficult manoeuvre. And Michael kind of got wedged in the bridge.
Yeah. If I tried to go any further, I'd have just damaged the boat. So
or all the other boats that are in there.
Yeah.
So there's no wind today, so I'm just about to walk over and check before we do the big reverse, or before Michael does the big reverse. I'm going to walk over, check they're open, check they've got diesel, check the price, check anything more.
If they happen to have a travel chimney. And then I'll wait by the phone, and if I get a call saying it's all good, back up, then I will back up, and if not, I will go forward.
And I think me and George are going to try and walk over the tunnel.
Leaving me alone in there to die a horrible, horrible death. At the hands of a vampire.
So yesterday I checked the...
Fangs of a vampire?
Huh?
Fangs of a vampire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday I checked the GoPro footage of going through the tunnel. It actually came out really well, but there's this big raindrop right in the middle of the lens where the tunnel is, so you don't see the vampire or anything. But so I'll try again today, although the back camera might get it, but you might be in the way.
So that'll be interesting. Once more onto the Ghosty Tunnel.
Is it ghosty?
It's ghosty or ghosty. It is not ghostly.
It feels ghostly.
Feels
George felt it was ghostly because he freaked the hell out.
Yeah, it was pretty freakish. Like, the sort of taller section in the middle is fine, but that bit at the beginning was just like, oh Lord, and this time we're going to be going towards it. I've already rearranged some of the coal and everything, so it won't be in the way.
Alright, I'm going to go and get you a cookie.
I'm going to go and wash my hand.
Good luck. George and I walked over the top and I can hear Michael, and if I lean out I can see the light on the boat coming, so he's nearly here. You're alive!
We've stopped in Windmill Junction and Mumble Hole. This is the Mumble Hole Conservancy behind us. It's just for a moment to feed George, make a little bit of lunch, and then carry on. Beautiful day so far. One great big bloody cloud in the sky over there, but so far hasn't really decided to do any of its actual rain business, so that's good. Interesting location where a bunch of canals came together, and there was a big engine up here that did a massive amount of pumping, and apparently the works and pieces were bought by Ford and taken to the United States in the 1930s, I think, or 20s. And just kind of an interesting place. Right over there is the actual Mumble Hole Conservancy visitor center, where they talk about the various, animals and things that are around here. One of which is George.
Arrived at Blowers Green Junction. The pump house is behind us. There's one lock down the way we're going towards Stourbridge, and there is 3 locks up to the other end of the Dudley Tunnel, the end of the tunnel that we couldn't get through. So we're not going to go up those 3 locks because we can't get through that tunnel. So we're just going to walk up and have a quick look, and then go down this one lock.
So this is the Dudley Tunnel, Southend, and that is the gauge that tells you whether or not you're too short to go through.
Too short?
Or too tall to go through. Your boat has to fit that profile. If you can't fit that profile, then you can't make it all the way through.
Our boat won't fit that profile.
Our boat's like that tall, so yeah, we're nowhere near that tall, never mind on the corners.
It's lovely up here. If we didn't have a deadline for Christmas, it's a really nice mooring up here, although you have to come up 3 locks just to go back down again, but
yeah.
It's really lovely.
And the actual sign says 6-foot 5-inch air draft, but they're talking about like to the top of the tunnel, not to the actual profile.
And when you go through, you actually have to be inside the boat, you have to extinguish all flames. Obviously you can't use your engine, you get a tug through. Anything else?
There's a turn partway through, which is part of the reason why...
where you get wedged.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why this exists. It's not so much that the actual tunnel is that short in most locations, it's just that unless you're very short in length at the point that you rotate, you pretty much have to fit that or you'll scrape and get stuck. So the volunteer at the Dudley Canal Trust was telling me that at some point this profile here used to be actually like held by chains, so you could go up and the chains would sort of lift. And he just took his boat and pushed through there and went, well, I fit underneath it. Even though it had dragged across the top of his boat.
And got stuck.
And he got stuck.
How did they get him out?
He had to swim out after running out of food. So, don't do that.
long day.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's a good day.
The weather held, so we kept going until we got to wherever we are now, which is some place called Harbour Buildings.
We're in Dudley.
We're in Dudley.
Although I was thinking it would probably be better if the weather hadn't held, because you couldn't see anything. It was just driving into like low winter sun, which is nice.
Once we came down off the junction with the actual Dudley Tunnel, it just was basically straight into the sun most of the way. Getting
diesel worked out, it meant we didn't leave really where we were moored till about 11 by the time we backed up. Michael did a superstar backup manoeuvre to get into Hawne Basin. They were really friendly down there.
Yeah, it was really nice.
I really
actually thought about buying the badge that said I survived the Ghosty Tunnel, but they were out of them, which is...
We're never tempted to buy those badges. I think they're actually, personally, I don't like them. But they're a good reminder.
I like the one for Gosty Tunnel, because it turns out that's actually pretty daunting, that thing.
Yeah. So then, we got diesel. They let us recycle our recyclables there, which was really good because we had a blooming boat full of them. And then we went back, Michael went back through the tunnel, me and George walked over the top. Turned out Gosty Hill is actually quite a steep hill to climb up and down.
Oh, good.
And then up to Windmill End Junction, which was a really nice place to moor, except we weren't allowed to moor there, we had to keep going.
That was mean.
And then along to Blowers Green. Had a little wander up there. That section between Windmill End and Blowers Green was really nice, I thought.
Like a large portion of the inner side of it is that wildlife preserve.
Yeah, because so much of what we've done since like Camp Hill really that
has
day
all been very, very urban. Yeah.
And so that was and because the sun was shining, it just reminded me of like a spring day in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and then I saw a bridge that said cattle bridge. I was like, ooh, cows! No. It was cut off.
I can't remember the last time we saw a cow.
Yeah, it's been a while. We missed the cows.
Oh, we forgot to tell the story of when you got distracted by the toilet.
Oh, yeah. So on our way off of the Dudley Canal No. 2 from Hawne Basin, we were coming around, and I'd mentioned in probably the last video that there are all these silhouettes all along the Dudley Canal. There's these little silhouettes that have been carved out of metal and have like a little blurb about the history. There was one we passed a while back that talked about how the building behind there had been used to make the spinning bombs for the dam buster attack in World War II.
You know that one it's a little, I think they called it a hovel, where the guy collected the...
Yeah.
Anyway, for some reason they've got him like graffitiing.
Yeah.
So the whole way along I was like, there's a guy graffitiing. I'm going to have to say something. Like, he's blatantly graffitiing. And I was like...
It's a cutout guy.
I was like, for so long. I was like, why isn't he like leaving?
Why isn't he moving? Very strange.
And then I was like, felt really stupid when I realised what it was.
So then right before this final bridge, not far past that little... one at the hovel, there's another cutout, but it's not like metal, it's wood.
I didn't see this.
And it's just up on this little hill, and I was just like, what the heck is that? And I got distracted and started trying to read it instead of paying attention to making the corner. So I kind of went ka-thunk right into the canal side. So,
you realised, but you didn't have enough time to stop.
No, couldn't stop. Just slowed down and just, I only kind of went bang.
Yeah, we've had worse bumps.
But it was sort of a whoops. Yeah, but other than that, it's been a fairly easy day.
Yeah, just one lock, which was a deep lock.
Quite deep, about 13 feet, 14 feet.
A deep leaky lock.
Yeah, nice day, but definitely gotten to the end of it. I don't know what time it is now.
It's about 3.
About 3 o'clock.
We predicted we'd get in at 3.
Yeah,
and
we were going to go a little bit further, but ultimately we found this sort of quiet basin with some nice bollards.
I don't know what it is. Is it like offices?
There's
a hotel.
There's a hotel. There's an office block. There's sort of a commercial area.
Yeah.
But at this point of the day, anyway, it's all sort of shut down. It's just called the Harbour Buildings. So tonight, sleep, catch up tomorrow. 8 locks maybe.
8 locks. You've got 25 to do.
Well, we got to do the 8 first, and then.
And might do the other.
Yeah. All so we can get to Stourbridge to catch a train for Christmas.
We're just going to sleep through Christmas.
I know. I'm going to make her do it this time.
So thank you very much for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Comment down below. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want notifications, just click on the bell.
Check it out. She did it in one.
You got it, aren't you?
Yeah, I was like... fine.
Where's George?
She's right there.
Is he behaving?
Yeah, she's behaving.
Hey.
Hello.
Not the best.
No.
So much better.
I can't tell. I can't see it at all. Morning. Is that recording?
Yeah. Don't you got poo hands?
That hand's poo
Yeah,
hand.
you can have
This
it.
hand is not poo hand.
Long story.
It's a long story. Involving George,
And
a
poo.
bag, and some water. Anyway,
And some poo.
there might have been some poo. We don't need to talk about this. I can't see the screen, so I'm assuming that we're there and that we're recording. I also can't see that thing, so I'm assuming we're there and recording. I'm going to go and wash my hand.
Wash my hand.
Yes.
I'm a hillbilly.
Stop making fun of the hillbilly thing. I'm an Okie.
Hillbilly?
No. Hillbilly's from the East Coast. Hillbilly, you know when we did the Blue Ridge Mountains?
Yeah.
Virginia?
Yeah.
That's hillbilly.
It's all the same area.
No, it's not even remotely close.
What you got to say for yourself, George? Was lunch good? Was you at a nice lunch? Yeah? Yeah? Or are you feeling like you're not sure about getting on the boat? Are you, George? But you're going to get on the boat, aren't you, George? Yes. George, you're going to get on the boat. Because there's going to be some mom there, and she's going to give you some groomings. Isn't that right? Yes. You like groomings. So you're not going to be a tough guy and not get on the boat, right? No. Okay, good.
We're not going to go up those 3 tunnels because we can't get. We're not going to go up those 3 locks.
So this is the Dudley Canal tunnel. Dudley. There's a place back there that says the Dudley and Lye Waste Bridge, and I'm like, so it's Dudley's and Lye's waste? Is Lye a town?
I don't know.
Or is this like the waste of Lye? Anyway.
Oh, yeah. That was the other thing at Windmill End. That's when I got on the. Had I been on the boat before? I can't remember.
No,
We stopped.
didn't get on the end
We-
until we got to
Oh yeah, we stopped to feed George and we stopped to feed Michael, and then we were like juggling everything to get back going. And I gave Michael the camera for the back of the boat
and my water bottle.
and his water bottle.
And I dropped the water bottle in the canal.
Just as he'd untied us, pushed me and George off, and then the water bottle goes in and it starts floating away. So he goes to get the pole to bring it in.
Which I had to jump on the back to walk around to get to the pole because the pole wasn't within reaching distance.
And then the bottle just floated back, so you came back and you
Came back with the stick, didn't need it. Kneeled down in the mud, got the thing. But in the meantime, I didn't want to dump the other GoPro out of my pocket, so I'd stuck it to the boat and then I completely forgot about it.
No,
so
it was on the
shoot.
front of the boat. So we set off and I was like, Michael!
And I was just like, I am not stopping at this point. All right.
Yeah.